Hello, welcome to another edition of Random Reviews. So today I'm talking about the fifth installment of the Pirates of the Caribbean Dead Man Tell No Tales, and I am going to call it, I'm not calling it Salazar's Revenge, which is what it's called here for some odd reason. And it actually kind of makes no sense, because when you actually watch the movie, the character of Javier Bardem's character, Salazar, who I'm just going to quickly just say here now, great villain, but he says that actual title and then the camera pulls up and then it just comes up with Salazar's Revenge, and it makes no sense whatsoever. But anyway, the way I do my usual kind of reviews, I'll do the same here. I'll talk about the film quickly and give my good things and the bad things, and then I'm going to talk more about heavy spoilers at the end of the stuff, because the stuff I want to talk about. But I'm going to say right now, a spoiler warning, because as I always say, I'll probably end up saying something that someone will say that was a spoiler and I didn't realise. So I'm just going to say right now, it is a spoiler review. So yeah, the film is all about, to me, it's more on the journey of these two new characters, which I quite like actually. One called Karina and one called Henry. One is searching for, has a diary and is searching for a certain thing, while another one is searching for another thing. A lot of searching, but I do quite like it. It feels like, I like these two new characters. They feel very fresh to me, they feel very new and very needed in the franchise as well, actually. And I'm just going to say right now, I think this film is getting such a beating with the reviews, and I do not think it's needed whatsoever. I think you can clearly see that they're trying with this movie. They're clearly trying to do something, you know, I don't want to say fresh and new, but like just like, you know, it doesn't feel like, oh, it's the same thing again sort of thing. Even though many reviewers are saying that, and I think it's an absolute shame. Yet these same people that are having a problem with this movie, that, oh, they're just doing the same thing over and over again, but yet they seem to be fine with a bloody 15th Fast and Furious film, and Star Wars does it as well, where they do a lot of fan service, but no, that seems to be fine. I think it's a bit of a shame, to be honest. This film is getting such a beating. It doesn't deserve it. Is it the best film ever? God, no, it's not. Is it the worst film ever? No. It's an enjoyable, fun movie, and that's all it needs to be, and that's all it has been. So it just annoys me that, whereas some films like Fast and Furious is a great example of that. It's the same movie really over and over again, but that seems to get an easy pass. I don't know, I'm waffling a little bit, but it's something that's really annoyed me with this new film, to me. With a lot of reviewers, clearly a lot of them have went into this movie just hating it already. You can tell that they don't like the franchise, so they're just hating it no matter what. But anyway, I'm waffling. Surprise, surprise. So I'm going to try and talk about my good that I like about this film. As I says, I like the two new characters. I like what they bring into the movie. I like that they gave them the time also. I quite like that they just kind of focus on these new characters for a wee bit, until they obviously bring in Jack and all that, and the usual kind of flair that we like. And I must say, the reports must have been, I think, true when they said about how Johnny Depp was drunk on set, because he clearly is pretty drunk a lot of the time. I get that the character Jack Sparrow likes to drink, but that was my problem. Wait, I'll get on to the problems actually. I'm still on my good, so keep on my good. Obviously I like Javier Bardem. I kind of mentioned him earlier. I think he is a great villain. There's a great scene obviously where, for me, that when he tells Barbossa, if you don't tell me, you know, where Jack is, I will tap my sword, and every time I do that, one of your crew members will die. And even at the end when Barbossa tells him, he just taps his sword really quick, and many of them die. And I think it's really well done, actually, that scene. I think it's a really quite effective scene, if I'm honest. It's actually one of my favourite scenes in the movie. And also some of the stuff I liked. I liked that they brought in some of the characters from the past back and all that. Even like Marty, which was great to see. Though I thought he was stuck in the Black Pearl, like the rest of them. But and also talking about the Black Pearl, great scene of how that returned. I thought that was a really great scene, because I remember watching it. And like the build-up of like seeing the Black Pearl. For me, the Black Pearl is like the Millennium Falcon of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I love that ship. I think it's a great ship. It's a great looking ship. It's been in it from the start. I really quite like it. So when you see it come back, for me, it is quite a big moment. To be honest, and I like some of those nice references as well. I quite liked. I think there's a great pace to the story as well. It feels very. I like to see which character Sansa. I thought she was great, and I like the whole kind of feel of like. There's this dark terror that's going about really, and of Salazar, and I think it's really good. So on to my kind of like bad stuff that I kind of have. As I did enjoy this film. I do think it's quite sad when we can clearly see that Johnny Depp is quite clearly drunk in this movie. I mean, they spend quite a long time with him just wanting drink and all that, and I think that, you know, I think that's a bit much for me personally. A little nitpick here where it's like, you know, as I said about Marty, I was like, I'm sure in the fourth one they say Barbossa's like, I lost my leg as I lost my crew, something like that. I'm sure it was, and I always had the impression, oh, they're all actually lost within that black pill in the bottle, just as what the monkey was as well. Jack the monkey was in the parrot as well. So I was like, and that's why they weren't in the fourth one. So I was a bit kind of confused a little bit, because suddenly there was no reveal shot. I was just suddenly, oh, there's Marty with the rope and all. I was like, all right, there we go. That's him. I know a lot of people don't like Paul McCartney. I've already read. I actually quite like Paul McCartney. I thought he was actually not too bad. Let's be honest, he could have been a lot worse, and he was not that bad. I thought, you know, because I was reading a lot of American reviews where they were just like, oh, he tells a bad joke, and it's like, well, that was the point, though. You knew that was the point. That he was trying to tell a bad joke. I don't know if that's the difference between British humour and American humour, where sometimes some things just don't connect there a little bit. But I did like that. Chris, I'm supposed to be talking about my bad stuff, you know, I'm not. But I'm not gonna lie, I actually really did enjoy this movie. I don't actually have much bad things really. I did. So I'll go into like a little bit of a kind of a spoiler territory here. So if this is really heavy spoilers. So Barbossa dies again. So yeah, that happens again. There seems to be a trend of father figures in this year so far, isn't there? But yeah, I was a bit kind of gutted that they killed off Barbossa again. I've got a feeling that was a request from Jeffrey Rush, because he is getting a good age now, and he's probably thinking, I think I need to get away from this franchise now. And fair dues to the guy, you know, I think he's been great as Barbossa. I love him as Barbossa. And obviously Orlando Bloom comes back, and Keira Knightley comes back. They had like a kind of nice stuff. I like the end, and the end scene was nice when they hugged each other, because obviously you knew from the third one, this has been quite something and all. I quite like that, I'm not gonna lie. Didn't like his first scene though. I thought Orlando Bloom was a little bit off for me. I don't know what he was trying to do. I feel like he was trying to do like a scary, sinister voice, but it didn't really do anything for me personally. But and also I quite want to talk about the after credits scene, which I really enjoyed. I think it's the best credit scene actually out of all that franchise, where it clearly connects to a sixth one. That Davy Jones is coming back, and for me, I think this is great. For me, Davy Jones is the Darth Vader of the part. Chris, I'm doing a lot of Star Wars references in this review, haven't I? And I think he was a great villain, and I would like to see more of him, especially like him being the main villain, because that was the problem with the third one. I thought it was like once Cutler Beck kind of Davy Jones almost became a puppet. I've really felt, but yeah, you know, overall, I actually quite enjoyed this movie. I don't think it deserves the hate this film is getting. I think it's about much, but that's just all opinion. I mean, everybody's hate is another person's love, I guess. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of those things. Yeah, that's what I think. What do you guys think? Comment down below. More videos in the future. I'm actually going to do a special one pretty soon of what I'd like to see in Pirates of the Caribbean 6 and 7. Yes, I think it's going to be a two-part of the last two, and I think that's going to be it. I think this is going to be it. So yeah, more videos should be coming up pretty soon. So until then, see you later.